Even as he strongly hints at another campaign for the White House in 2024, former U.S. President Donald Trump is facing major federal and state criminal investigations into his actions in the immediate aftermath of his failed re-election in 2020. The FBI conducted an unprecedented raid at Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida Monday, seeking classified documents he may have taken with him when he left Washington last year. It was the latest indication that investigators remain focused on the former president's actions. It was Trump himself who announced the raid late Monday in a lengthy statement in which he asserted the agents had opened up a safe at his home and described their work as an unannounced raid that he likened to prosecutorial misconduct. Associated Press correspondent Eric Tucker reports Trump and his backers are trying to play the FBI search to their advantage.
From the perspective of Donald Trump and from the perspective of his supporters, there is a recognition that an FBI search warrant in some ways carries a degree of political benefit. It has the potential to portray him as a victim of overzealous law enforcement. And so in a certain sense, the president was very eager to announce it, and he decried it as something that you would expect from a third world country.
Earlier this year, Trump turned over to the National Archives and Records Administration 15 boxes of documents from his presidency, which included classified papers. All former presidents are required by federal law under the threat of criminal penalty to give their records to the National Archives on the premise that the papers belong to the American people, not the individual who held office. The National Archives notified the Justice Department about the classified documents. Trump said in his statement that he and his team had been working with and cooperating with the relevant government agencies. News of the court-authorized search prompted recriminations from Trump's fellow Republicans, who charged the search was politically motivated. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has arrived in the Democratic Republic of Congo Tuesday for talks with leaders there as he continues his tour of Africa. Earlier Tuesday, while still in South Africa, the top U.S. diplomat met with the South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa at the Waterkloof Air Force Base in Centurion, along with South Africa's Foreign Minister Naledi Pandor. Blinken is on his continental tour in Africa that coincides with the heightened geopolitical rivalry between the world's superpowers since Russia invaded Ukraine in February. South Africa was one of 17 African countries to abstain from the United Nations vote condemning Russia's assault. Blinken's visit also comes 2 weeks after Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov made a four-nation African tour where he berated the West for meddling in Africa's affairs. French President Emmanuel Macron used a tour of Africa around the same time to accuse Russia of deliberately causing a global food crisis. Blinken concludes his tour Wednesday with a visit to Rwanda. And a magazine article published Tuesday, U.S. tennis star Serena Williams says she's ready to step away from tennis. Associated Press correspondent Ed Donahue reports.
Williams told Vogue magazine she doesn't like the word retirement, but wants to focus on having another child and her business interest. Williams is playing this week in Toronto at a hardcourt tournament and hints the upcoming U.S. Open may be her last tournament.
I don't know. I guess there's just a light at the end of the tunnel.
What is that like?
I don't know. I'm getting closer to the light.
A reporter said Williams must be joking.
I'm not joking.
Serena Williams is approaching her 41st birthday and has won more Grand Slam singles titles in the professional era than any other woman or man. What does giving up tennis mean to her?
Freedom. Yeah. I love playing, though. It's like, it's amazing, but you know, it's like, I can't do this forever.
Serena Williams says she will relish these next few weeks. I'm Ed Donahue.
Voters in Kenya are going to the polls Tuesday to vote in what has become an unusual presidential election, where a longtime opposition leader who is backed by the outgoing president is facing the deputy president, who styles himself as the outsider. The election is considered close, and East Africa's economic hub could see a presidential runoff for the first time. Hundreds of voters lined up for hours ahead of polls opening in some locations. The top candidates are opposition leader Raila Odinga, who has vied for the presidency for nearly 25 years, and Deputy President William Ruto, who has stressed his journey from a humble childhood to appeal to millions of struggling Kenyans long accustomed to political dynasties. Repeating the hour's top news story, the FBI has conducted an unprecedented raid at former U.S. President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida, seeking classified documents he may have taken with him when he left Washington.
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.